Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to start a completely new series which is the PYQ Synopsis series. Now in this series we are going to do the subject wise previous year questions of the various examination conducted by various state PSCs as well as the UPSC. Now today's video is going to be about the subject modern history and all the questions that have been asked by the UPPSC examination, may it be in the UPPSC subordinate services, may it be the ARO and RO paper, all of the questions that have been asked in the examination till now will be covered holistically. Now you will find the playlist regarding this synopsis series. We are going to cover the question paper of MP. We are going to cover the question paper of CDS, CAPF. All of that will be available on the channel. Today we are going to start with our first chapter, that is going to be, or the first subject, that is going to be modern history. Now the question that I'm going to discuss today have been recently conducted by the UPPSC examination, UPPSC ROARO examination, which was conducted in the August 2025. All these questions will be dealt with in detail. Sorry. So let us start the today's session. First of all, I'll read the question and then you will try to solve. And if you're not able to solve, you will see the explanation part. All the concepts that are related to the questions will be absolutely clear. Now, let us see the question. The question is, which of the following pairs is not correctly matched? We have to mention here which of the following statement is not correctly matched. The first one is permanent settlement. It was implemented in Bengal. Talukdari system. It was implemented in Bombay. Mahalwari system was implemented in the northwestern provinces and the Rayotwari system was implemented in Madras. So this question is basically about the economic system which was there in the British India. Various systems were there such as permanent settlement, Mahalwari, Rayotwari. So we have to tell here which of the following is the not correctly matched statement. Now, let us see the first option here, that is about the permanent settlement. Now, this permanent settlement, this was introduced by Lord Cornwallis in the year 1793. Now, this was implemented in the regions around Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Varanasi, etc. This was the region in which it was implemented. So, यहाँ पे permanent settlement is way correctly matched, that is it was implemented in the Bengal. Okay, now in this settlement the zamindars were made the hereditary owner of the land. The zamindars were made the hereditary owner of the land and the rights to collect the revenue rested with the zamindars only. Okay, so this is absolutely correct. Now let us see the next option, that is the talukdari system. Now this talukdari system was a system of collection of the tax revenue in the areas around the central provinces. Now central provinces at that time included the areas of Awadh as well as the Madhya Pradesh. So talukdari system was there in the central province area. Now in this question talukdari system mention kiya hai Mumbai or Bombay. It is absolutely incorrect. So we are here with our answer. The incorrectly matched statement is the talukdari system because it was not implemented in Bombay but it was there in the central province. But because this is a synopsis series, so we are going to cover the options as well in pretty much detail. Now, talking about the Mahalwari system. Now, the word Mahalwari or the system can be understood by breaking this word Mahal. Mahal means a group of village. Okay? Mahal was group of village. Now, this was there in which a whole village was considered as a mahal, a group of villages were considered as a mahal, and the revenue was directly, it was collected from the village headman. Okay, it was collected from the village headman and it was there in the northwestern provinces of the country. It was introduced during the tenure of Lord William Bentinck. The system of Mahalwari system, it was propounded or it was designed by Holt and Mackenzie. Okay, the village headman collected the revenue in this system. So this statement is absolutely correct. Next statement is about the Rayotwari system which was there in Madras. Now, the Ryotwari system was implemented but was designed by Thomas Munro. It was there in the regions around the South India in which the peasants were considered as the royals, and the ownership rights जो थे peasants के regarding the land, it was given to the peasants only. Okay, so the ownership right was given to peasants, whereas in the contrary, in the permanent settlement system, the ownership rights were vested in the zamindars. Okay, and he has also the right to collect the revenue. Okay, now ठीक है, समझ आ गया. रियोतवारी में it was implemented in the regions around South India, Madras, Bombay, parts of Assam. ये system को implement किया गया था. So the correct answer to this question is Talukdari system. I hope these economic systems you have understood with utmost clarity. Now let us see this. Now this is the first Muslim president of Indian National Congress was Badruddin Tayyabji. The second statement is the first woman president of Indian National Congress was Sarojini Naidu. We have to mention again, this question was asked in the UPPSC ROARO examination, which was conducted in the year 2025. Okay. Now, the first woman president of the Indian National Congress was Sarojini Naidu. We have to mention which of the following statements are correct. Now, before solving this question, let us see some of the basic points and then we will cover this question also. Now, let us talk about the Indian National Congress first. Now, this Indian National Congress, it was formed in the year 1885 by A.O. Hume. Okay, it was formed by A.O. Hume. Second question, important question, which is pretty much asked in the examination, that who was the viceroy at that time when the Indian National Congress was formed? So the viceroy's name was Lord Dufferin. Okay. Now, talking about the first session, which is this question is generally asked in the examination, is about the first session of the Indian National Congress. So the first session was conducted in Bombay. Okay. The next one is the first session was conducted by this session was participated 72 delegates participated in the Bombay session. And additional information, who was the president of this first session? W.C. Banerjee. W.C. Banerjee was the president in this first session. Now, we have seen the presidents and the formation of the Indian National Congress. Next important point is about the sessions. Now, let us basically see some of the information regarding the sessions. Now, 1885 session, as we have seen, Bombay में ये conduct हुआ था and it was presided by W.C. Banerjee. The next session of 1886, it was conducted in Calcutta and it was presided over by Dadabhai Naoroji. Now, Dadabhai Naoroji regarding, you need to note that he was the first person to measure. He was the first person to measure the national income in the country. Okay. He has also written a book, Drain of Wealth. He also gave a theory that was of drain of wealth. Now, this theory of drain of wealth was mentioned in his book, The Poverty and Un-British Rule. Okay, this was the book that was written by Dadabhai Naoroji. He was an economist and he was the first to measure the national income, and he also gave the drain of wealth theory. This is understood. Next, now the 1887 Congress session, it was presided over by Badruddin Tayyabji in Madras. So, first statement is tackled here that the first Muslim president of Indian National Congress was Badruddin Tayyabji. This is absolutely correct. Next is about the first woman president of Indian National Congress was Sarojini Naidu. Now, this statement is absolutely incorrect because there is a basic catch in here. Because if I talk about the first woman president, the question is asking about the first woman president. So the first woman president of the Indian National Congress was Annie Besant. Now, it was the 1917 session which was held in Calcutta. So the first woman president of Indian National Congress was not Sarojini Naidu but was Annie Besant. Now, which fact is related to Sarojini Naidu then? So Sarojini Naidu was the first Indian woman president of the Indian National Congress. I hope you have understood this fact now. Okay. In 1925, the Kanpur session, it was presided over by Sarojini Naidu. So the catch in this question here is this first word, that the first woman president was Sarojini Naidu. It is not true. The first woman president was Annie Besant. Whereas अगर क्वेश्चन में ये पूछा जाता आपसे कि who was the first Indian woman president of the INC, then this question would have been true. So the correct answer to this question will be only the first statement here is true. So B will be the correct answer to this question. I hope you have understood these facts now. So if yes, let us now proceed to the next question, which is about the anti-partition movement. Okay, anti-partition movement, which obviously happened after the partition of Bengal. Now the question is, which anti-partition movement began with a massive demonstration at the town hall, Calcutta? Now the dates have been asked. 1905, 1905, 1905, 1905, all of this is mentioned. So this is a pretty much factual question. So to answer this, first of all, we will get some of the conceptual idea regarding the partition of Bengal. And because this anti-partition movement was a result of the partition of Bengal, then हम ultimately इस क्वेश्चन पे आएंगे. ठीक है. सो एक दिमाग में आपके एक माइंड मैप बन जाएगा जिससे कि आपको चीज़ों को रिलेट करने में बहुत ईजी रहने वाला है. Talking about the partition of Bengal, obvious, it is an obvious thing. आपको पता है the partition of Bengal happened in the year 1905. By whom? So Lord Curzon is responsible for the partition of Bengal. Okay. Now this partition was announced on the 20th of July. ठीक है. But the formal partition was implemented on 16th October. Okay. Now this partition of Bengal, which was announced in the year 1905, it was done on the pretext of the administrative convenience. पार्टीशन जब किया गया था तो इट वॉज सेड कि हमें एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कन्वीनियंस के लिए ये पार्टीशन कर रहे हैं. बट द मेन आइडिया वॉज टू सप्रेस द रिवॉल्यूशनरी एक्टिविटीज, सप्रेस द nationalist and the revolutionary activities that were going on in the Bengal at that time. So what happened after partition was it was divided into Western Bengal and Eastern Bengal and Assam. ठीक है. बेसिकली बंगाल एक एज अ होल एक स्टेट हुआ करता था उस टाइम पे, एक प्रेसिडेंसी हुआ करता था. नाउ इट वाज डिवाइडेड. अब वेस्टर्न बंगाल का एरिया था, इट इंक्लूडेड मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द हिंदू माइनॉरिटीज एरियाज, and Bihar and Odisha. These all were there in the Western Bengal ka area. But after the partition in Eastern Bengal and Assam, it was divided from the Western Bengal. ठीक है. The idea was to suppress the nationalist activities. The idea was to suppress the revolutionary activities. But formally उन्होंने ये बोला था कि हम administrative purposes, because Bengal is a very larger presidency, तो हम administrative convenience के लिए we are going on with the partition. Okay. So against this partition of Bengal, this anti-partition movement, which is also known as the Swadeshi movement, anti-partition movement also known as the Swadeshi movement, was started in the year 1905. ठीक है. Now जो ये स्वदेशी मूवमेंट था या एंटी पार्टीशन मूवमेंट था, इट वॉज लॉन्च्ड ऑन 7th August 1905 एट टाउन हॉल कलकत्ता. सो ये क्वेश्चन तो हमारा यहाँ पे एब्सोल्युटली क्लियर हो गया कि द आंसर इज 7th August 1905. Now the idea behind the Swadeshi movement was to promote the Swadeshi and boycott the British institutions. Next is the key features of the Swadeshi movement, where the boycott movement, where was the promotion of Khadi and the cultural revival. Indigenous enterprises को ओपन करने का भी यहाँ पे टारगेट यहाँ पे दिया गया था. A chemical factory, a dye factory was also established. Chidambaram Pillai is responsible for establishing a ship industry, a shipbuilding industry, and National Council for Education was established in the year. National Council for Education was established in the year 1906, in which various indigenous institutions were opened. So all of this was a result of this Swadeshi movement or the anti-partition movement. ठीक है. Now ये fact जो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है, ultimately this partition of Bengal was done away with in the year 1911. Okay. 1911 में Lord Harding, this was annulled and this partition of Bengal came to an end. ठीक है. I hope कि partition of Bengal एंड स्वदेशी मूवमेंट या एंटी पार्टीशन मूवमेंट के रिलेटेड जितना भी मैंने आपको फैक्चुअल चीज़ें हैं वो मैंने आपको बता दी हैं, एंड यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द chronology as well. If yes, let's now move to the next question, that is, who established the Central Hindu College in Banaras, which later emerged as the focal point of the Banaras Hindu University? Now this is pretty much आपको देखने में इजी लग सकता है, एंड अगर आपने पढ़ाई किया है तो यू स्ट्रेट अवे गेट टू द पॉइंट एंड आप इसको मार्क कर दोगे मदन मोहन मालवीय. यस, मदन मोहन मालवीय इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ द बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी. बट यू नीड टू रीड दिस क्वेश्चन विद द ग्रेटर डेप्थ. क्वेश्चन हमसे ये पूछा है कि सेंट्रल हिंदू कॉलेज किसने इस्टेब्लिश किया था, विच लेटर इमर्ज्ड एज द फोकल पॉइंट ऑफ हिंदू बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी, or this central Hindu college was included or was merged with the Banaras Hindu University. So स्वामी दयानंद तो नहीं हो सकते, आपको पता होगा इतना तो, ठीक है. बीजी तिलक भी नहीं हो सकते, तो दो ऑप्शंस हम इस क्वेश्चन में क्लियरली एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम बी एंड सी में हो रही है सो ये इतना चलता है, ठीक है. नाउ लेट मी टेल यू द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट अस सी द ऑप्शंस. बीजी तिलक की मैं बात करूं तो he is responsible for the establishment of the Deccan Education Society. He is also responsible for the establishment of this Ferguson College. Also, if I talk about the journals or the newspaper that were written by him, so Kesari and Maharat were the two journals that were written by the B.G. Tilak. इसके अलावा डेक्कन एजुकेशन सोसाइटी एंड फर्ग्यूसन कॉलेज, इसके बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है. Next, let's talk about the Madan Mohan Malviya. Now, Madan Mohan Malviya, he established this Banaras Hindu University in the year 1916. Okay. Now, talking about the journals, the leader journal was written by the Madan Mohan Malviya. ठीक है. Banaras Hindu University in 1916 was established by Madan Mohan Malviya, but the Central Hindu College was established prior to this Banaras Hindu University, and this was established by Annie Besant as I have mentioned in here. ठीक है. Annie Besant से related to दो journals भी हैं. One of them is the New India, the second one is Commonweal. ठीक है. These were the two journals or the newspapers that were written by Annie Besant. He also, regarding Annie Besant, I would like to tell you that she also shifted the headquarters of the Theosophical Society. Theosophical Society का हेडक्वार्टर शिफ्ट किया था एनी बेसेंट ने टू अद्यार. ठीक है. अद्यार इन मद्रास. ठीक है. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वर्क दैट वाज डन बाय एनी बेसेंट. इन एडिशन टू दैट, होम रूल लीग वाज आल्सो एस्टैब्लिश्ड बाय एनी बेसेंट. ठीक है. Two home rule league were established in the year 1916. One was established by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and the second one was established by Annie Besant. Okay. Now, next is talking about Swami Dayanand Saraswati. So, Swami Dayanand Saraswati is well known for making this Arya Samaj in the year 1875. Also, he wrote Satyarth Prakash. ठीक है. Now, the main point here to know is आर्य समाज से रिलेटेड एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थी जिससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम में आता है. दिस इज द शुद्धि मूवमेंट. ठीक है. जिन्होंने भी अपना रिलीजन को कन्वर्ट किया था. दिस शुद्धि मूवमेंट एम्ड टू कन्वर्ट देम बैक टू देयर ओन रिलीजन विच वाज अंडर वर्किंग अंडर दिस आर्य समाज का आउटलुक. ठीक है. सो द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज एनी बेसेंट, obviously. Let's now see the next question. Now this question is about the correct chronology of the events. August offer Cripps mission, Shimla conference, cabinet mission plan. So before jumping directly to the question, let me tell you all of the four options that are given here and let me give you some of the clarity so that आने वाले टाइम में कब कोई भी क्वेश्चन अगर ऐसा हो तो आप इस क्वेश्चन को बिल्कुल भी मिस ना करो एंड इस क्वेश्चन को आप बिल्कुल भी गलत ना करो. Now, talking about the August offer. This August offer, it came on the 8th August 1940. ठीक है. Now, the viceroy at the time when this August offer came was Lilingthrope. Next is, this August offer was made to get the Indian support for the World War II, which started in the year 1939. Now the important point here is to know that in the August offer was this first offer in which the dominion status was offered for the first time. The dominion status for the first time it was offered by this August offer only. Okay. Next is the Scripps mission. Now this Scripps mission it came in March 1942. Now March 1942 को Cripps mission आया and the Prime Minister of England or the UK at that time was Winston Churchill. All the points that I have mentioned here are very much important. कहीं से भी क्वेश्चन वो पूछ सकते हैं. That is why यहाँ पे मैंने उतने ही पॉइंट्स को इंक्लूड किया है जितना आपके लिए एफिशिएंट हो. ठीक है. If you want the PDF of this, you can visit the Telegram channel. The PDF will be made available there. Next point is what ultimately the goal was in the Cripps mission? Dominion status after the war. Because this August offer failed and Cripps mission again was sent in 1942 to get the support of the India during the World War II. And it was after the failure of Cripps mission that the Quit India movement started. ठीक है, वो उससे रिलेटेड भी क्वेश्चन आज इंक्लूड किया है मैंने, सो वो भी मैं बताऊंगा आपको. अभी आप बेसिकली आई गेस कि ये चीज समझ गए होंगे. नेक्स्ट वाज द शिमला कॉन्फ्रेंस. दिस शिमला कॉन्फ्रेंस इट वाज held in July 1945 by the viceroy at that time was Lord Wavell. Now obviously Wavell plan also came in 1945. So to implement this Wavell plan, Shimla conference took place in July 1945. And ultimately the cabinet mission plan, which is responsible for the framing of the Constitution of India, जिसके provisions के अंदर the Constituent Assembly was established, it was the cabinet mission plan only. ठीक है. The Prime Minister at that time was Clement Attlee, and this came in India on 24th March 1946. The members of the cabinet mission plan, this is very much important. यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आता ही है. So the members were the Pethick Lawrence, Stafford Cripps and E.V. Alexander. Pethick Lawrence was the chairman, so ये ध्यान रखना, and Stafford Cripps was the chairman of this Cripps mission. Okay, he was the president basically. Pethick Lawrence was the chairman of this cabinet mission. Now let us see the chronology here. अगस्त ऑफर we know, सबसे पहले तो अगस्त ऑफर ही हुआ 1940 में. शिमला कॉन्फ्रेंस यहाँ आ गया, we know 1945 में हुआ. This cannot be the answer. Again B and C cannot be the answer. So we have seen अगस्त ऑफर, यहाँ पे दो ऑप्शन में है. We know that 1940 में this happened and we know that cabinet mission came to India in 1946. So cabinet mission हम देखेंगे, यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ए में ही हमें मिल गया, 1946 में ही आया. Then Cripps mission 1942 and Shimla conference in 1945. So the correct chronological order of the given events is A. A is going to be the correct answer to this question. Okay, let's now move to the next question, which is regarding the Azad Hind government. Now this question is about which of the following countries did not recognize the Azad Hind government? Indonesia, Italy, Germany or Philippines? Now this question is a bit tough question. ओके, जर्मनी तो आपको पता होगा कि जर्मनी ने तो सपोर्ट किया ही था, तो यू कैन एलिमिनेट दिस जर्मनी वाला पॉइंट. ठीक है, बट टू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन फिलीपींस, इंडोनेशिया, इटली, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली अ डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन टू डू, बट लेट अस ट्राई टू सी हाउ दिस क्वेश्चन कैन बी अटेम्प्टेड. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द आज़ाद हिंद गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है, सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं अबाउट द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द आज़ाद हिंद गवर्नमेंट विच वाज डन in 21st which was made on 21st October 1943 in Singapore. Now this Azad Hind government was supported by Japan, Germany and Italy. ठीक है, so Italy भी यहाँ पे हम कंसिडर कर सकते हैं. ये भी आप ये चीज़ आप ध्यान में रख लेना कि इटली, जापान तो सपोर्टर थे. अब जो सी कंट्री सपोर्ट नहीं कर रही थी, देयर वाज अ पॉलिटिकल रीजन बिहाइंड दैट, जो मैं आपको अभी बताऊंगा. ठीक है. Now if I talk about the structure of this Azad Hind government, so the provisional seat of this Azad Hind government was the Port Blair. Advisor to this गवर्नमेंट वाज राज बिहारी बोस। ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे कंफ्यूज मत होना, दो नाम आपको देखने मिलेंगे, एक तो है जस्ट अ सेकेंड, एक तो है रास बिहारी घोष एंड द अदर वन इज रास बिहारी बोस। ठीक है, दो अलग अलग नाम हैं। रास बिहारी बोस was the advisor of the Azad Hind government and he was a bit revolutionary activist. On the other hand, Ras Bihari Ghosh has presided over the Indian National Congress का सेशन। कौन सा सेशन रास बिहारी घोष जी ने प्रिसाइड किया था? दिस विल टेल मी इन दी कमेंट सेक्शन। लेट अस सी कितने लोगों को ये याद है। ठीक है, नो देर आज़ाद हिंद गवर्नमेंट की मैं बात करूं या तो उसमें एक वुमेन विंग भी हुआ करती थी विच वॉज जिनको लीड कर रही थी कैप्टन लक्ष्मी। ठीक है, नो द कंट्री दैट डिड नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज द आज़ाद हिंद गवर्नमेंट वॉज द इंडोनेशिया गवर्नमेंट। The Indonesian government did not recognize Azad Hind government. Why? Because there was a reason behind that. You know that Azad Hind government was initially it was held by Japan. Mainly ये बिल्ड जापान में ही हुई थी। जापान एंड जर्मनी का एक्टिव सपोर्ट था। ठीक है, बट इंडोनेशिया में उस टाइम पे कॉलोनियल स्ट्रगल, एंटी कॉलोनियल स्ट्रगल जो था वो बहुत ज़्यादा उस टाइम पे था। ठीक है, and Japan straight away supported this anti-colonial struggle. That is why the government of Indonesia at that time it did not formally recognize this Azad Hind government because Japan as like anywhere any country in the around the world जिसमें कि colonial operation हो रहा था, जापान एक्टिवली सपोर्टेड दैट कंट्री। इंडिया को भी सपोर्ट किया था, ऑन द सेम लाइन इंडोनेशिया को भी सपोर्ट किया था। तो इंडोनेशिया की गवर्नमेंट ने एट दैट टाइम इट डिड नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज द आज़ाद हिंद गवर्नमेंट। ठीक है, क्लियर हो गया मेरे हिसाब से? अब ये आपको कंसेप्चुअली समझ में आ गया होगा। फिलीपींस से भी ध्यान रखना, फिलीपींस में ऑब्वियसली ये ऑप्शन हमारे पास बचा, तो जर्मनी, इटली, फिलीपींस, ऑल ऑफ दीज कंट्रीज डिड रिकॉग्नाइज द आज़ाद हिंद गवर्नमेंट। ठीक है, इंडोनेशिया डिड नॉट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। Again, this question is on the chronology. Consider the following events and arrange them in correct chronological order. Now, the first one is Cabinet Mission, Cripps Mission, Quit India Movement, Mountbatten Plan. Now, as I have told you previously, यहाँ पे दो चीज़ें मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दी कि क्रिप्स मिशन यहाँ पे आया था इंडिया में मार्च 1942 में, and the Quit India movement was the result of this failure of the Cripps mission. So obviously Quit India movement 1942 में ही कंडक्ट हुआ होगा। If you don't even know the date, आपको इतना तो पता होगा कि क्रिप्स मिशन के बाद ही ये हुआ, तो 2 के इंस्टेंटली बाद हमारा 3 आएगा। सो लेट अस सी किसी ऑप्शन में ये फॉलो हो रहा है, यहाँ पे फॉलो हो रहा है, यहाँ पे भी फॉलो हो रहा है। 3 के बाद 2 और 1 यहाँ पे देखो आउट ऑफ द ब्लू आया। ठीक है, ये तो नहीं हो सकता। फिर सी तो हमने ऐसे ही एलिमिनेट कर दिया। ठीक है, कैबिनेट मिशन हमने पहले ही पढ़ा 1946 में आया था, तो ये इसके बीच में तो आ नहीं सकता। सो सी हमने एलिमिनेट कर दिया। नाउ लेट अस सी द इवेंट्स एंड देन स्ट्रेट अवे वी विल गो टू द आंसर। टॉकिंग अबाउट क्रिप्स मिशन तो हमने पहले ही देख लिया था, 1942 मार्च में ही आया। सो इट वॉज अ बिग फेलियर एंड इट वॉज टर्म्ड एज अ पोस्ट डेटेड चेक। It was termed as a post-dated check by Mahatma Gandhi. And इसके बाद on the 8th August 1942, this Quit India movement was started. Now the location where it started was the Gavalia tank in Bombay. And here what happened was Aruna Asaf Ali hosted the national flag. The slogan was given of the Quit India movement, do or die slogan it was given, and the leader of this movement was Mahatma Gandhi. ठीक है, now this slogan of Quit India, this was given by Yusuf Meher Ali. So this is an important fact, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए। ठीक है, in addition to that, an underground radio was also held. Underground radio was also performed, which was done by Usha Mehta. ठीक है, so this is information about the Quit India movement. And next देखते हैं माउंटबेटन प्लान। कैबिनेट मिशन में हमने देख लिया था, 1946 में कैबिनेट मिशन आया, 1942 मार्च में आया हमारा क्रिप्स मिशन, देन हमारा क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट था 1942 इन अगस्त। माउंटबेटन प्लान ऑब्वियसली 1947 में ही आया होगा। सो फोर्थ हमारा लास्ट में होने वाला है, 2 and 3 हमारा सबसे पहले होने वाला है। 2 and 3 हमारा सबसे पहले है कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान इन 1946। सो द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज ए। But before starting this, I'd like to tell you some of the information about this Mountbatten plan. Now, this plan was announced on 3rd June 1947. The goal of the Mountbatten plan was peaceful and swift transfer of power. ठीक है, and ultimately in this plan, two dominions of India and Pakistan were made. Indian dominion तो नहीं, या countries of India and Pakistan was made. सी एक की प्रोविजन है जिसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ सकता है आपको, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए। नाउ दिस इज कि पंजाब एंड बंगाल का जो प्रोविंसेस थे, इसमें द लेजिस्लेचर वाज गिवन द पावर टू वोट ऑन द पार्टीशन। ठीक है, फॉर पंजाब एंड बंगाल एंड फॉर नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न फ्रंटियर प्रोविंस एंड सिलहेट अ रेफरेंडम वाज सेट टू बी होल्डेड। ठीक है, NWFP और द नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न फ्रंटियर प्रोविंस एंड सिलहेट के लिए रेफरेंडम होल्ड करना, एंड पंजाब एंड बंगाल के लिए लेजिस्लेचर शुड वोट और लेजिस्लेचर विल वोट ऑन द मैटर ऑफ द पार्टीशन। ओके, इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर हमने देख ही लिया है। इट इज द फर्स्ट आंसर दैट इज करेक्ट। सो लेट अस नाउ मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अगर आप वीडियो को यहाँ तक देख रहे हैं तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को लाइक कर देना आप लोग। ठीक है, एट द लीस्ट यू कैन डू इज लाइक ऑन दिस वीडियो एंड कमेंट करके बता सकते हो वीडियो कैसी लगी। ठीक है, इफ इट इज प्रोवाइडिंग यू एनी बेनिफिट, इफ इट इज प्रोवाइडिंग द वीडियोज आर प्रोवाइडिंग एनी बेनिफिट टू यू, यू कैन जस्ट लाइक द वीडियो। एक लाइक करने में क्या जाता है, लाइक तो कर ही सकते हो। सब्सक्राइब करो या ना करो वो मैटर नहीं करता, क्योंकि अच्छा लगेगा कंटेंट आप ऑब्वियसली सब्सक्राइब करोगे, बट लाइक तो कर सकते हो अगर यहाँ तक वीडियो देख लिए तो। सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं आप। दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑन डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैब्स। The question is, which among the following was not one of those states which were annexed to the British Empire by Lord Dalhousie on the pretext of the doctrine of lapse? So pretty much easy question है, but इस question को मैंने include किया है because मुझे आपको ये doctrine of lapse को थोड़े से डिटेल में समझाना है। यहाँ से एक question आपका आ सकता है। Now, let us see the background first. Now, talking about this doctrine of lapse, it was propounded by Lord Dalhousie. Now what happened in this doctrine of lapse was कि जिन भी रूलर का अपना मेल हेयर नहीं था, उनकी जो भी प्रॉपर्टीज थी इट वुड बी कॉन्फिस्केटेड। ये बेसिकली प्रीटेक्स्ट था जिसके बेसिस पे 15 प्लस एरियाज को डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स के अंडर लॉर्ड डलहौजी ने एनेक्स किया था। ठीक है, द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट हियर इज The purpose was to expand the British territory by annexing the princely states। जो भी princely states के मेल हेयर्स नहीं थे उसको एक्वायर करने की बात यहाँ पे की गई थी। ठीक है, की फीचर्स क्या थे डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप के? नो मेल हेयर, अडॉप्टेड हेयर जो भी थे वो इनवैलिड डिक्लेयर कर दिए गए थे, एंड द जस्टिफिकेशन वाज गिवन इसके लिए कि क्योंकि बिकॉज प्रिंसली रूलर्स के अगर अडॉप्टेड हेयर हैं तो दे आर नॉट केपेबल फॉर गुड गवर्नेंस, and on the justification of the pretext of the good governance this doctrine of lapse was implemented। अब कौन कौन से स्टेट अनेक्स हुए थे अंडर दिस डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स? 1848 में सतारा, 1849 में जैतपुर एंड संबलपुर, बागत इन 1850, 1853 में झांसी इट वाज अनेक्स, एंड 1854 में या मेंशन किया मैंने नागपुर भी अनेक्स किया था। तो नागपुर, सतारा, झांसी ये सब का सब हमने देख लिया। तो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वाज नॉट द स्टेट दैट वाज अनेक्स्ड? ऑब्वियसली कर्नाटका वाज नॉट द स्टेट दैट वाज अनेक्स्ड। ठीक है, कर्नाटका वाज नॉट द स्टेट दैट वाज अनेक्स्ड अंडर दिस। ठीक है, एट द एंड 1856 में अवध वाज आल्सो अनेक्स्ड ऑन द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ द मिसगवर्नेंस। ठीक है, नॉट लैप्स। ये याद रखना, डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स के अंडर 1856 में अवध का एक्विजिशन नहीं हुआ था, इट वाज डन ऑन द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ द मिसगवर्नेंस। सो कर्नाटका इस क्वेश्चन का हमारा करेक्ट आंसर है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। दिस इज who presided over the first session of All Indian Trade Union Congress at Bombay? So to solve this question, you need to know about this All Indian Trade Union Congress. Now talking about it, let us see the formation. When was it formed? So this was formed on 31st October 1920. The first president was Lala Lajpat Rai and the first secretary was Diwan Chaman Lal. Diwan Chaman Lal was first Secretary of All India Trade Union Congress. Why was this AITUC made in the year 1920? It was made to represent Indian workers at ILO, that is the International Labour Organization. International Labour Organization was the ILO and this was made in the year 1919. Okay, ILO में वर्कर्स को रिप्रेजेंट करता था ये एंड इट वाज देयर टू फाइट द colonial exploitation that was there and to represent the workers. Who were the founding members? Obviously Lala Lajpat Rai तो founding member थे ही and he was also the first president. Joseph Baptista, NM Joshi, BP Wadia and Diwan Chaman Lal, all of these were the founding members. उसके बाद अगर मैं बात करूं ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस की, so it was there for the labor welfare. But do you know who was the father of labor movement in India? Father of labor movement in India कौन था? So this was the father of labor movement in India was NM लोखंडे. ठीक है, आई होप ये फैक्ट आपको ध्यान में रहेगा. What was the importance of All Indian Trade Union Congress? That it was not merely an organization, it was a nationalist force. It worked to just consolidate and organize all the labor in the nationalist movement of India. And a key point to know is कि the presidents of All India Trade Union Congress, SC Bose ने भी preside किया था, Jawaharlal Nehru ने भी at a time he was the president and VV Giri was also the president of a All Indian Trade Union Congress meeting. ठीक है, so the first president was Lala Lajpat Rai. This is absolutely correct. ठीक है, सो ये हमारे यहाँ पे करेक्ट आंसर है. सो विद दिस वी आर डन विथ आवर टुडेज सेशन कैसा लगा आप कमेंट सेक्शन में बता सकते हैं. वीडियो को आप लाइक कर सकते हैं. इफ यू फाइंड दिस कंटेंट बेनिफिशियल यू कैन शेयर इट विथ योर फ्रेंड्स. सो थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो एंड कीप स्टडिंग.